It's a time for basic maths. One of the first few chapters of 11th standard, but I'm pretty sure you would have forgotten about it and you need some revision before you go to the 12th standard. So don't worry guys, I'm here, your captain, Shreyas, and I'm going to help you revise all the important concepts of basic maths before you start preparing for your 12th standard chapters. And if you've already started preparing for your JEE NEET 2023, you realize the importance of the calculus part. So let's do all of this with me today. And in today's session, yes, we are going to do a lot of questions and also all the important rules, formulas, and also the basic understanding which you need for your 12th grade. Anyways, the calculus part is taught to you in mathematics, but whatever is required for physics, I am going to teach you that. And this session is open for both JEE and NEET. What's up everybody? What's up Doc? What's up Madhusudan Jia? Good evening Bachalog. Hello my lovely warriors. This is your captain Shreyas. And you know what to do for your captain. Go ahead, smash the like button down there. And if you want to know more about me, you can definitely visit me on my Instagram profile. Otherwise, I love to eat, I like to travel, I like to teach, and I love physics, of course. So please go ahead, smash the like button, because that's when I get the motivation for your classes. Hello KV Sai. What's up bacha? Thank you so much. Hi Madhuri, good evening. Thank you so much everyone out here. And if you're new to the channel, do not forget to smash the subscribe button, because that's when you get all the important updates, all the important notifications. You get the list of all the upcoming classes and you do not miss any of our sessions. Good evening Nagraj, Nagu. And do not forget to join the Telegram channel. Link is in the description box, link below. Make sure that you are on Telegram so that you get the PDFs, the solutions, updates, everything. All right, so let's get started with basic maths. And also there will be a scrolling bar down there in case you have any difficulties and you want an academic counselor to get in touch with you for your needs, for your further studies, for your preparation for JEE and NEET or boards. Go ahead, contact on the number which is in the scroll bar down below. Thank you so much Sai. And yeah, I am using it for not for looks but for protecting my eyes. Good evening Malar. Hi Rajesh Khanna. Wow, what a name, Rajesh Khanna, the superstar of 60s and 70s. Can you please do some sums which involve rigorous integration? So that's all. Yes, I'm going to do some intense problems of integration as well, and derivatives, including the chain rule problems, Madhusudan. Okay, so get started. Some problems will be easy because there are a lot of students who have forgotten many things completely, and there will be some very good problems after the medium level problems as well. All right, let's begin guys. So everybody knows what derivatives is, but obviously we need to revise it. See, derivatives is a concept which is used to calculate instantaneous values. I'm going to write down all the things that you need to know about derivatives, or basically differentiation. So both these terms mean the same thing. You usually use this for finding the instantaneous values of a varying quantity, You can also use it to find the slope, okay? Or you can also use it to find something called as the rate of change of a quantity. Rate of change of some quantity with respect to something. So rate of change of a quantity with respect to some other quantity or something, basically. Now, whenever you have one of these things, you will generally use derivatives. Derivatives are also used sometimes in errors, units and dimensions and errors formulas, or basically there is some small change occurring, causing some change in some other quantity. So whenever there are some kind of changes, or you want the instantaneous values, or you want to find the slope, that's when you use derivatives. All right, cool. Vanakkam Ninja. Nice to see. Yes, I had my tea. In fact, I had pakodas because it is raining in Bangalore. Hi Surya Nagaraj Sumanti. Welcome Bacha. Hi Sushila. Okay. Now, when I say a thing like, for example, and just putting up an example right over here. If I say rate of change of pressure with respect to distance, it means I have to write dP by dx. P stands for pressure, x stands for distance. That's what it means. Rate of change of pressure with respect to distance. If I don't want to use the word pressure or distance, let's say I want to use the word rate of change of momentum with respect to time. Usually the symbol for momentum is also P, so P, let it remain as it is. So it will become dP by dt. Same way, if I want, let's say, rate of change of volume with respect to time, it means it is nothing but dV by dt. If you ever wondered why this d never gets cancelled, is because dV actually stands for delta V tends to 0 and dt stands for delta T tends to 0. Delta, this symbol means change. But when the change is very small, then you call it dt. Remember the difference between delta and dt. When I use a symbol like delta, delta stands for a change which you can measure, whose value is known. Change which can be measured basically like 2 seconds, 0.1 seconds, 0.1 meters, 0.356 meters, okay, which can be measured. This D stands for infinitely small change. The value you cannot write down. 0.000, nobody knows. It's a very small value tending to 0 but not equal to 0. So infinitely small change which is not equal to 0 but tends to 0, very close to 0. That's what it is. Correcto. Hi Shri Prajam, thank you so much Bacha. Welcome. Now, if you have, things like instantaneous, velocity instantaneous, acceleration instantaneous, force instantaneous, I don't know, flux or whatever. So every time you see such things, you should know what is it dependent on. Like for example, instantaneous velocity is what? Rate of change of, come on guys, answer in the chat box. Papu, the Zero to Superhero will resume post the KVPY and the physics board exam, because till physics boards and your KVPY, I'm going to concentrate on the physics board and the KVPY exam apart from your 10th standard exams as well, and also your 11th to 12th moving students. Okay, so right now you have your chemistry exam, post chemistry exam, complete focus on many things. I'll be in fact conducting a small session on that, what I'm going to do. So if I tell you, yes, velocity, instantaneous velocity means dx by dt. Instantaneous acceleration means dv by dt, rate of change of velocity. Instantaneous force means dp by dt, rate of change of momentum. If I tell you volume flux, like sir, what is this volume flux? It is volume flow rate. Volume flow rate is dv by dt, v stands for volume. That's how it is. So you should know what is dependent on what. If I call something like area velocity means rate of change. So rate of change of area with time. So it will be dA by dt. So if you understand these things, then you can easily write what is the formula for each quantity, acceleration, velocity, etc. Everybody got it? Very good, very good. Okay, so Shri Prajan, you will almost see me every day at 7 o'clock. Apart from that, you can also see me sometimes at 5 o'clock, 5:30, and sometimes even at other times when there are some more sessions which I want to conduct, bacha. Okay, now that you have understood this, if you have a graph, graphically, if you have some function is changing, it's a varying function, it's not a constant function. This point, if you extend it, this is your tangent, of course, this is your tangent. This is your tangent to the curve. This is your curve. I'm just going to call this as some random curve, which is basically a variable. This is variable, it is changing. The tangent, obviously, you can look at it. The slope is how much the y changes, when the x changes by so much. So it is basically dy by dx. When you extend that point, it becomes a tangent. Rate of change of y with respect to x. So in fact, if you extend this line, if you extend this line somewhere over here, maybe it cuts the x-axis somewhere over here. Let's say I mark this angle, then the slope of the function f of x is given by dy by dx, height by base, trigonometry, opposite by adjacent. If this is theta, even this is theta. In this right angle triangle, opposite by adjacent, theta is the angle, so it will be nothing but tan of theta. So if you extend the line, you see where the line meets along the x-axis, with the x-axis, that angle's tangent gives you the value of the slope or the derivative of that function. Keep this in mind. Is that clear, bacha? Wow, very good. So, Catherine, I'll be doing many problem solving sessions, bacha, so stay with me. If you have seen all my videos, very good. Please make sure you're solving the assignments and the Tattva module as well. The easy problems, the solved examples, follow that structure. I have given that structure many times. Please follow that. And if you still have some doubts, please leave a comment after the session or wait towards the end. I'll definitely interact with you, bacha. The JEE 2024, obviously after your 10th board exam, KV Sai Charita. Alright? So keep all these things in mind. Okay? Now let's move on to some basic derivative formulas. See, obviously you are not going to sit in the exam for a sine graph, for an exponential graph, for a trigonometric graph, for a algebraic function. You are not going to sit and draw a graph, draw a tangent, make measurements using a protractor, and then use a log book and then find what is the tangent of that weird angle. You do not have time, nor do you have that much accuracy with those geometrical methods. So there are analytical methods. So analytical methods means if the function is given to you, without drawing graph, you can find the slope of that graph. And that is your analytical method, basically the formulas of derivative. So example, starting with this formula, if you have a function like x raised to n, then the derivative of x raised to n with respect to the same thing is nx raised to n minus 1. Okay, let me also do some examples. So I'll just do some examples. Let's say, for example, guys, you want to find the derivative of x raised to, I don't know, maybe 9. So that 9 comes outside, and the power of x reduces by 1. So this will just become 8. Another example could be the derivative of, let's say, 1 by, let's say, x square. When it is in the denominator, always shift it on the top so that it becomes simple. So d by dx of x raised to minus 2. Now minus 2 comes outside and the power of x reduces further by 1. So minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. That's what it will become. Another example that I can think of, d by dx of cube root of x. Then when you have such an example, cube root of x is nothing but x raised to 1 by 3. It's nothing but x raised to 1 by 3. Everybody getting it? Alright. Oh, definitely Ninja. I will definitely conduct a session. It's a very good topic. A lot of students have been demanding. Definitely I will do that bacha one day. Okay. This will be 1 by 3 comes outside and this will become 1 by 3 minus 1. 1/3 minus 1 is nothing but minus 2 by 3. So this is how you solve problems based on this particular formula. Is that clear? And if it is clear, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box. And if you have forgotten to smash the like button, please do that right away, right now. Okay. Another formula which is very useful is the derivative of the sine x. Now this formula is very easy to remember. Sine's derivative is cos. And if you have to find the derivative of, let's say, cos of x, then it is minus sine x. And the derivative of, tan of x, you can remember, it is basically sec square x. You should remember all these things. Now there are more formulas, sine inverse x formulas, tan inverse x formula. You will learn all these things in maths. But from physics point of view, most of the times, 99.9999% of the times, this much is enough. And some more additional formulas which you remember, which you should remember is d by dx of e raised to x. d by dx of e raised to x. This is one special function. There are many memes on that. In fact, you would have seen it for sure. E raised to x's derivative or integration is always e raised to x. It never changes. And since we are talking about exponential functions, let's also talk about log. So this is natural log ln x. ln x means log to the base e is your exponent, natural. Okay, so this will be just 1 by x. That's all. And the last thing which I would like to tell is derivative of a constant is always 0. This is basically constant, and it makes sense because constant means it doesn't change, it's flat. So the slope will be 0. Very good. Alright, master rotation Hariharan Padukaran, just watch my Zero to Hero series first, number 1. Number 2, watch my nurture series playlist, lot of lectures. After that, if you still have problems, then call me or then let me know. After that, I'm pretty sure you will get a lot of confidence in rotational motion. Trust me on that. Simplo, very good. I have put up more formulas just in case you want to have a look, but I have given you all the important ones on the screen, and that is what is needed for NEET and JEE. Most of the times in physics, you don't need complex formulas. Okay, so let's move on to some more questions now. Are you guys ready? So before going to some more questions, let me also show you some rules for solving the derivatives and also some common mistakes. This is one of the most common mistake. D by dx of sine t. Come on guys, what do you think is this? D by dx of sine t. Many students make a mistake for this kind of questions. D by dx of sine t. I know what many people will say. It is nothing but cos of t. This is wrong. This is wrong. Hi Alika Anto, welcome bacha. This is not correct. When this is a variable like t and variable like x, the variables are not same, you cannot take the derivative. So this is not cos of t. When this happens, what will you do? You have to use chain rule. And chain rule is very simple. So d by dx of sine t, what you need to do is, when you have to differentiate a function which has some other variable than the one in the denominator, just take the same variable down. So it will be derivative of sine t with respect to t only. You can only differentiate it with respect to the same variable. But since you have divided it with dt, to maintain the equality, multiply it with dt. So dt anyways cancels, but you have done this so that you can manipulate this. Dx is remaining, so do not forget that dx down. Now it becomes easy. So derivative of sine t is cos of t into dt by dx. That's what it is. So derivative of sine t is with respect to x is not cos t. It's cos t into dt by dx. Is that clear? Isn't this the most common mistake, guys? Tell me if I'm wrong. Isn't this one of the most common mistakes you did when you were learning derivatives or solving problems in physics, especially on calculus? Second important thing. Hello Vandana, I'm doing a session for you bachalo, 10th standard session. Vandana, I want all your 10th standard buddies and classmates. Tomorrow, formula revision session for all the 10th CBSE board students, physics formula session, and sure short questions on Monday. Sunday, the strategies to score 40 out of 40 in science exam on 10th May. All right, so what do we have over here? Okay, imagine this, derivative of sine of 3x. Derivative of sine of 3x. I know what many of you will do. Oh, don't worry, Ninja, I will help you with another problem so that you will get an idea. Derivative of sine of 3x. Whenever you see this, it's not going to be cos 3x. Remember that, because there is no x in the inside of that function. So whenever you see this, remember again you have to use chain rule. Chain means you have to follow a link. It becomes like a chain. Whatever is there inside should be here. So just do that, just like we did here. T is inside, so brought t down. But to maintain the equality, we multiplied it also by dt, and dx as it is came over here. So this will be derivative of sine of 3x divided by derivative of 3x. Multiply it again by 3x, and because maintaining equality is important, do not forget this dx from here. That's it. That's what you will get. Now this derivative of sine of something with respect to the same thing is cos of that same thing. So that same thing is nothing but 3x. If it is 3x, it should be 3x. If it is donkey, it should be donkey. If this is donkey, this is monkey, not allowed. Donkey, correct. Donkey, monkey, not allowed. Is that clear? So here there was donkey, here there was monkey. So I made donkey, and you see that this monkey has been brought over here. That's all. To maintain the equality, I have multiplied and divided it by the same thing. Got it, guys? And do not forget this derivative of 3x is just 3. It's just 3. Similarly, one more problem, guys. Let's do this. Derivative of, let's see how many of you can do this. Cos of 7x minus 4. Can I differentiate it directly? No. So what will I do, guys? Chain rule. So d by, this will be derivative of cos of 7x minus 4. But you want the same thing. This is donkey, this is monkey. Donkey, monkeys don't go together. If there is donkey on the top, bring donkey down. So bring that donkey down. So there will be 7x minus 4. Now where did this donkey come from? If there is one donkey in the denominator, there should be another donkey in the numerator to maintain the equality. So this will be derivative of 7x minus 4. This monkey is still remaining. So bring this monkey down over here. Gone. Done, done, done. Now you can take the derivative, guys. So what will it become? What will it become? Look at this. So derivative of cos is sine. So it will be minus sine. So it will be minus sine of 7x minus 4. And the derivative of this guy, 7x minus 4. What is the derivative of 7x minus 4? 7's derivative, 7 is coming outside. So x's derivative will be 1. So it will be nothing but 7 into 1. 4's derivative is 0. So hence this will be nothing but minus 7 sine of 7x minus 4. Got it? Very good. That 7 will also come. Very good, Alu Arjun. So we have all the Telugu superstars, Tollywood superstars also in our chat box. Amazing. So guys, remember this kind of problems, you can skip all these steps. You can skip all these steps. Just remember one thing. Whenever you see some function is of the form ax plus b, ax plus b, a is some multiplying factor, b is some constant, that a just comes outside. That's all. The a just comes outside, remaining as it is. One more example, one last example before we go ahead. One last example. Using this ax plus b rule, what am I telling you? Notice always that 7, that a comes outside. Look at this, 7 came outside. Rest, derivative of cos is minus sine. Here, 3 is there, 3 just came outside, 3 into this. Imagine if I ask you derivative of e raised to, I don't know, maybe 3x minus 2. So look at this. This is of the form ax plus b. A is 3 over here. So just bring that 3 outside. And derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. So it will be just e raised to x. But x over here is 3x minus 2. That's all. Derivative of e raised to something is e raised to something only. So that something remains something. Did you understand everything? Very good, Ninja. It is there, Hariharan. Check the nurture playlist, 11th standard. There are sections. Go to playlist, scroll down, scroll down. After 12th, you will see 11th. In 11th, you will see chemistry, maths, physics. So click on physics, scroll, you will see it, bacha. Is it okay, Hariharan? You will be able to find it. I just explained it to you. Moving on to the next part, the rules. Already one rule I have shown you. What was the rule that I showed you? Let's see how many of you are attentive. What was the rule that I showed you? What is it called? Donkey monkey rule? The donkey monkey rule. What is it called? Chain rule. Donkey tied to monkey, monkey tied to donkey, donkey monkey. Yeah, that is the chain rule, guys. So basically, what was the chain rule? The chain rule was nothing but dy by dx is dy. You can bring a donkey or a monkey, I don't know. So let's say you bring a monkey. So make sure that equality is maintained, and this is dx. You can extend the chain. So it will be dy by dm. You bring some zebra, dz. So divided by, I don't know. So 1 second, I'll just first of all make this. Yeah, if there is monkey, I brought monkey. If there is zebra, I bring zebra. Do not forget this x over here. So keep it like this. Anyways, dm cancels, dz cancels. Eventually this comes down to dy by dx, which is the original expression. Very good. Excellent, Ejia, Surender. Addition subtraction rule, everybody knows. For example, derivative of sine of x plus cos of x will be, just split them guys. So it will be derivative of sine of x plus derivative of cos of x. So this will be nothing but sine x's derivative is cos x, cos x's derivative is minus sine x. Done. That's all. Amazing, go, got it. Oh my god, what is this word? Somebody will be like, sir, what kind of English are you teaching? Okay, guys. So let's move on to the next rule and next things. Obviously, if you have a minus sign, there will be a minus sign here, and if there is a minus sign, minus and minus becomes plus. That's all. Okay. So I'm hoping that you can see the two different colors, but otherwise I'll just erase this right now so that you don't get confused. All right. Next thing, product rule. Product rule. Imagine this: d by dx of sine of x into cos of x. Whenever you have product rule, what will you do? First function, keep it as it is. There are two functions, function 1 into function 2. So function 1 as it is, sine of x. Derivative of the next function, second function, derivative of cos of x is minus sine x, plus second function which is cos of x, second function which is cos of x, into derivative of the first function. What is the derivative of the first function? It is nothing but derivative of sine of x, which is cos of x. So this will be nothing but cos square x minus sine square x. That's all, guys. Very good. You cannot do it in 1 month. You can take 2-3 months, ninja. Okay. So that's what it will be. Cos square x minus sine square x. Be careful. Sine into sine. First function into derivative of the second function plus second function into derivative of the first function. That's what it is. So I've put all the rules over here. Okay. So sum rule, difference rule, product rule, quotient rule, chain rule. Quotient rule is basically division. Now if you often forget it, this is how I remember it. Derivative of something by something, okay, numerator by denominator, is denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator upon denominator square. I'll just give an example for this. Let's say I want to find the derivative of tan x. I already know derivative of tan x is sec square x. But I will show that to you using quotient rule so that it will enter your head. Look at this. Tan of x can be written down as sine of x divided by cos of x. Everybody agrees to this? Isn't this of division form? Something by something, numerator by denominator, u by v, whatever you want to call this. Everybody? Yes, these are the basics of 12th maths. These are the basics of 11th maths, Gopika. Not 12th standard. You generally learn all of this the beginning of 11th standard, and it's also there in the playlist in detail. Have you seen the playlist? No? Look at this playlist. It's a beautiful playlist. I'll just show it to you. Go down. Last minute revision, that's for 12th standard kids. This is for you guys. You can watch this full playlist. The entire 12th standard syllabus, right from electrostatics to semiconductors and all of that. And this is nurture. 11th standard PCMB. Click on physics. You can click on this. And there you go. You have vectors, units and dimensions, 1D kinematics, see derivatives. Then you have integration, all of that, basic maths and calculus, revision, everything. So please watch these classes. It's all there for you. Okay. All right. So going back. So now what does this rule say? Denominator into derivative of numerator. Denominator as it is into derivative of numerator. Derivative of numerator means derivative of sine of x. Derivative of sine of x is nothing but cos of x minus numerator is sine of x into derivative of the denominator, derivative of cos of x. Derivative of cos of x is minus sine x. Everybody agrees, yes or no? Everybody agrees. Derivative of cos of x, derivative of denominator is nothing but minus sine x upon the denominator square. Denominator is cos of x whole square. So this will become cos square x plus sine square x divided by cos square x. Sine square x plus cos square x is 1. So 1 by cos square x. 1 by cos is sec. So it will become sec square x. That's it. Done. Very good. Amazing. Go. All the best, White Devil, and all the best to all the students. Thank you so much, Gopika. Okay. And how to manage boards and JEE, Neela, I have made a video on how to manage JEE as well as boards just few days back. Please watch that. Okay, should you do prepare for JEE and NEET along with boards, just watch that. It's just there some days back. I have made that video. Okay, so make sure that you know all these rules. Sum rule, product rule is easy. Chain rule is the tricky part, and sometimes students forget the division rule. So if you remember it, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator upon the denominator square. It will be very easy. Solve few problems, you will get the hang of it. Are you guys ready for some questions now based on the rules of derivatives? Here comes the first question on your screen, but before that, let me also show some questions on how it can come. Imagine sometimes they can ask you the slope of the graph given by y is equal to 3 sine of, I don't know, x when x is equal to pi by 4. They can ask you a question like this. When they ask you a question like this, how to solve? So let's see how to solve this. When they ask you slope, slope means derivative. That means they are asking you d by dx of which function? This function, 3 sine, just 1 second, 3 times of sine of x. But at which point? This point. I'll substitute it in the end. Do not substitute it before, you will get a wrong answer then. So 3 is a constant. So whenever you have a constant, you can just bring it outside. So it will be just the derivative of sine of x. And what is the derivative of sine of x? It is nothing but cos of x. Now you substitute the value of x. So the dy by dx at pi by 4 will be 3 times cos pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 45 degrees. Cos of 45 is 1 by root 2. So this will be 3 divided by root 2. That is the answer. Is that understood? Yes, it will help you a lot in electrostatics and future chapters. More than electrostatics, I would say it helps you in places where a lot of derivatives is involved. Okay, especially in EMI and even in little bit of capacitors, even a little bit in current electricity, there are some questions on derivatives, not just electrostatics. Okay, so it will help you over there as well. Is 100 plus in JEE 2022 first attempt is good? It depends, Kushgara, on what you are targeting. So depending on that, even 200 can be bad. So you never know. All right. Similarly, guys, if I ask you a question on velocity, acceleration and all those things, remember this graph, it helps you a lot. Starting with, I have given this many times, position, velocity and acceleration. Derivative of position, dx by dt gives you velocity. Derivative of velocity gives you acceleration. So this is something which you should remember, and other physical quantities, how they depend on other quantities, you should definitely know, like forces, dp by dt, all of that. In 12th standard, so many times derivatives will come. In Faraday's law, rate of change of magnetic flux is the EMF induced. So you will see all of that. Okay, let's start solving some questions, guys. I hope you guys are ready on this. Okay, all right. So yes, very true, Shashmita, more of vectors. And in case Shweta Oja, if you have missed my vectors revision, please watch it. I have done some questions on electrostatics, vectors concept and vector addition subtraction as well. Please watch that. Okay, so find the slope of the tangent to the curve at x is equal to 1 when the graph is given by this equation 9x square plus 7x raised to 4. Okay, so you have to find the slope. Slope means derivative. That's all that should come to your mind. So it means dy by dx. Here y is nothing but 9x square plus 7x raised to 4. So the derivative of this will be 9. X square's derivative will be 2x plus 7 comes outside. It's plus, right? So split the functions. That's it. X raised to 4's derivative, 4 comes outside. The power of x reduces by 1. So it will become x raised to 3. That's it. 9 2s are 18. So it will become 18x plus 7 4s are 28. And this will become just x cube. Now substitute x is equal to 1. So all you need to do is put x is equal to 1. So this will just become 18 plus 28. Is there an option matching over here? Yes, it should be 46. Very true. Excellent. Yep. Amazing, guys. Very good. Thank you so much, Ninja. Now you make sure that you please practice a lot of questions too. Very good, Jia. Very good, Shashmita. Excellent. Okay, Kushgara, JEE is very tough. No, Kushgara, please make sure that you watch my crash course of JEE. I've conducted all the classes, all the awesome teachers are there for physics, chemistry, maths. Plus, I have given you all the assignments. Plus, I have given you all the material that you need, the notes, the PDFs, replays, everything is available. please check out the link which is there in the description box for the crash course. Join it and improve your scores beyond 40. You need to at least reach 70 to 80 marks for getting a very good college, very good branch. Alright, moving on to the next question. The derivative of x square tan x, which option is true? Let's see how many of you can do this before me. Come on, my warriors. Let's do this. Come on, let's do this. Yes, the derivative of x square tan x. Two functions multiplied, so product rule. So what did I tell you about the product rule? So d by dx of this function. First function is x square. Second function is tan x. So derivative of tan of x plus second function is tan of x into the derivative of the first function. So this will be x square. Derivative of tan x is sec square x plus tan x into derivative of x square. 2 comes below, x's power reduces by 1. So x raised to 1. So I think I can take some x common out here. So x into x sec square x plus 2x. Oh, x is already outside, no need over here. So 2 times of tan of x. That's it. So is there an option? I think option A, guys. Just check this out. Yes, it is. Option A. Got it? Everybody with me on this? Everybody revising derivatives with me on this? Excellent. Keep it up. Do not give up at any point. This session is for both JEE and NEET. NEET students, especially all the future doctors, please don't get tensed. Please don't give up, especially on the maths. I know you hate maths, but just like a doctor suggests a pill, doctor suggests a treatment which can be very painful, which can be very bitter, which cannot be, maybe you do not like that pill or syrup or that treatment, but still you need to do it because you want to cure it. Same way, if you want to cure, if you want to improve your health in physics, then you need to take this pill. I know, because many students, especially when you are studying NEET, you hate maths or you don't like maths. Maybe hate is a strong word, but you don't like maths or you don't enjoy it so much. This is something which you need to do. But for JEE students, you need to love maths. Trust me on this. No matter which branch you go to, be it computer science has a lot of maths. And you take engineering, any branch, guys, there is maths, obviously, of very complex levels, especially in the first 4 semesters. That's the first 2 years of engineering. So a lot of maths coming there. So you better love maths or else you are definitely in the wrong stream. Yep. So let's move on to the next one coming up on your screen. The displacement of a particle is given by a plus bt plus ct square minus dt raised to 4. This d is not the derivative d. It is a constant. Don't get confused. The initial velocity and initial acceleration. So this is a physics related question. Aarti, I'll be doing it, bacha, but since your chemistry exam is going on, that's why I'm not doing it. Many students are focusing on chem. After chem is over, sessions for you guys. Hold on. All right, very good. Thank God, Sashmita, you are enjoying it. That means you are going to be a very great and awesome doctor. Amazing, guys. So, displacement is given. Velocity and acceleration. I just told you about it. When displacement is given, velocity and accelerations are derivatives of this. So the velocity will be dx by dt. So it is nothing but the derivative of this whole thing, which is a plus bt plus ct square minus dt raised to 4. Main confusion, do not confuse this d with this d. They are two different d's. Be careful. Okay. So derivative of a constant 0. B constant comes outside. Derivative of t is just 1. Plus c comes outside, derivative of t square is 2t, minus d is a constant, comes outside, derivative of t raised to 4 is 4t cube. Fair enough, that's velocity. So therefore velocity will become nothing but b plus 2c times t minus 4d into t cube. That's your velocity. Next up, acceleration. Acceleration is derivative of velocity. So derivative of this whole thing over here, which is b plus 2ct minus 4d times t cube. So derivative of a constant 0 plus 2c is a constant, comes outside. Derivative of time is nothing but just 1. Dt by dt is 1. Keep this in mind. T is raised to 1. Okay. Minus 4d. T cube's derivative is 3t raised to 2. That's it. So this acceleration will therefore become 2c minus 12 12, what is it? D and T square. That's your acceleration. But that's not what is asked. That's not what is asked. Read the question carefully. You will realize what is asked. The initial values are asked. Initial means the value of time. You are going to put it as 0. So what will be initial velocity when you put this as 0? 0, 0. So only B will remain. Only B will remain, correct? Similarly, when you put the value of time as 0 for acceleration, there is only time over here, so put time as 0. So initial acceleration will just become 2 times of C. That's it. That's the answer. Is it there somewhere? Yep, option C it is. Perfect, guys. Who was that? Sashmita Murugadhan. Very good, bacha. Very good. Hello, Buddy's Kitchen. Welcome aboard. Very good, Jia. Hello, guys. All the new warriors join in. Let's move on to the next question. So before that, remember, this was just plain simple addition rule, x raised to n formula, and remembering that derivative of position is velocity, derivative of velocity is acceleration. Here, initial words were mentioned. That's why I substituted the value of time as 0. If some other time was given, I will substitute that as the value of time. Otherwise, it's a very simple problem. Okay, wow, we have a current related problem. Hi, Buddy's Kitchen. Very good. Hi, Ravi Shankar. So the current in a circuit is given by dq by dt. Don't have to know this formula if you have not studied current electricity, but it's simple, guys. Rate of flow of charge is current, right? Obviously. The charge flowing through the circuit is given by t square minus 3t plus 4. The current through the circuit is equal to 0 at what time? Options, if you look at it, it's in time. So at what time is the current 0? Interesting question. Let's try and solve this. Look at the given question data. This will be not given to you later on. Since you have not yet studied the chapter, maybe, I'm guessing, that's why I've given you this formula. In the actual NEET or board exam or even the JEE exam, this will not be given to you because you are expected to know this. For now, I'm giving you. Now, current is dq by dt. So if it is dq by dt, substitute the value of charge. So it is nothing but t square minus 3t plus 4. Now notice derivative of t square is 2 into t raised to 1 minus derivative of t is just 1 plus derivative of constant is just 0. So this will be 2t minus 3. That's the value of the current. But read the question carefully. You will realize when is the current equal to 0? When is the current equals to 0? So that means when is this equal to 0? So that will happen when 2t minus 3 is equal to 0 or t is equal to 3 by 2, which is 1.5 seconds. That's the correct answer. And do I have it? Option C, I believe. Yes, it is. Wow. Very good, Sashmita. Scared on seeing the problem, but Ninja, did you realize it's not so difficult? You have to do it step by step. The most common problem which students face, JEE, NEET, board, doesn't matter, when you see a physics problem, is because you do not break the problem into parts. You don't have to worry about the second part. I know the actual question is in the second part, but solve it, no, step by step. Current is rate of flow of charge. So just find the derivative. Just find the derivative. Okay. Don't worry about anything else. Now look at the second part. Acha. When the current is 0, oh, that means this should be 0. Oh, solving, you will get it. That's it. So, don't worry, guys. It's all about breaking the problems into parts. Sometimes, many statements are given. And then, finally, there is a question. You have to understand what each line means. So, from each line, you will get some equation. You will get some equation. From this line, you will get some another equation. Okay, from this line you will get some another equation. I'm just saying, and this will tell you what you have to find, what variables you have to find. Solve these equations. Each equation means a law. Each equation means a law, principle, or theorem, or property. Something will be there. And then try to link them. Try to link them. Acha, from this I can get this, from this I can get this. Oh, but from this I cannot get this, so use some other principle or read between the lines. Sometimes you have to read between the lines. It will not be given explicitly. It will not be given directly, but you have to understand what it means. That's how it has to be done. So when you apply these methods, trust me, physics problems become easy. Moving on to the next one, derivative of sine x into tan x. Come on guys, this one is an easy one, but I think there is some transformation required. So derivative of sine into tan. So product, so again, what you will do, first function into derivative of the second function plus second function into derivative of the first function. That's it. Now start solving this. Sine x remains as it is. Derivative of tan x is sec square x plus tan of x into derivative of sine x is nothing but cos of x. But I don't see anything like that. So I think I'll have to modify it. So sine x, sec is nothing but 1 by cos. So I'll just put cos square x here plus tan is nothing but sine of x by cos of x into cos of x. So a lot of trigonometry out here. Now sine cos, cos goes off. So the second term just becomes sine of x. Okay, cos gets cancelled. Now over here, I see that maybe I should get tan. Maybe I should get tan. Is 1 year enough? Yes, Ajit. Lot of students conquer JEE even with lesser time. So you can do it. But don't keep asking yourself this question again. Start it. Else you will lose out on that 1 year. Slowly that 12 months will become 10 months. And then you will regret wasting those 2 months. So start your preparation now. Now I feel you should do some transformation here like this. So sine of x by cos of x into 1 by cos of x. Now sine by cos is tan. So this will just become tan of x. And 1 by cos is sec. So it will become sec of x. Plus this is sine of x. So sine x plus tan x plus sec x. Oh, this is there. Option A, guys. No, it's not option D. Option D is not matching. Option D is not matching. It is sec square. Be careful. It is tan x sec x. Option D is not correct. Option A it is. Yes, look at that. Option A. There is difference. Tan into sec square. No. It's sine by cos. See, this was sine by cos. 1 cos remains. That cos you make it sec x. Sine by cos you make it tan x. That's all. Is that clear? So sometimes the knowledge of trigonometry is also required, bacha. Moving on to the next question. Okay. Acceleration of the particle is given as a is equal to 3x square. At time 0, v0, x0, velocity at time 2 seconds will be how much? This is a brilliant question on derivatives. Thank you, Sushila, so much. Now, let's start with this. This is a very weird question because usually acceleration is a function of time, but in this, acceleration is a function of x. So be careful about it. A lot of things are given, t0, v0, x0. So most likely I'll have to do something about it. I think most likely integration or something. So let's start with this given information. So acceleration is nothing but dv by dt. Acceleration is nothing but dv by dt, and this I will write it as 3x square. The moment you see this, you should be very unhappy, definitely not be pleased about this equation, because there are 3 things. Donkey goes with donkey, monkey goes with monkey, donkey, monkey, zebra, not great. Donkey, monkey, zebra. I'm definitely not happy about it. Okay, so I need to somehow do some conversion. So I think I'll use chain rule. Observe. So I'll divide it by dx and multiply by dx. And again, dt remains as it is. It's chain rule. dv by dx, dx by dt. This will be 3x square. It's a chain rule. Why did I do it? Because now what happens is, I know what is dx by dt. What is dx by dt? Dx by dt, rate of change of position, is velocity, and this remains as it is. This will be 3x square. Now bring this over here. So it will become dv v is equal to 3x square dx. Now the moment I get such an equation, this is called as a variable separated form. Meaning all the donkeys are on one side, all the monkeys are on one side. Monkey does not like donkey, donkey does not like monkey. Keep this in mind. This is a beautiful form. You have separated them in groups. Variable separated form. And always in variable separated form, since it's an equality and there are only 2 sides to pick, you should only have 2 variables. Here there was donkey, monkey, zebra. Not allowed. Get rid of one of the variable. Which variable you got rid of? Time. So when you wrote this, dx by dt itself become velocity. So now it is a beautiful variable separated form. Understood, my warriors? Now when you get this variable separated form, okay, where all the variables of one kind are on each side, then you need to perform integration. And integration is what I'm going to teach you next. And after that, we'll come back to this problem. Okay? We'll come back to this problem. So basically, here you're just going to put integral v dv is equal to 3 goes outside. So integral 3x square dx. So we will see this and we'll come back to this question because the next topic is integration. And that's when I want you to solve this. Okay? Is this understood? Can we come back in a bit? Can we come back in a bit, my warriors? Everybody with me on this? Okay, let's go to integration and come back. All right, come on, guys. Are you loving this session? Are you learning a lot? Let me know, guys. Okay, now let's revise integration. Whenever you see the word integration, you should think of it like sum or adding. When you want to integrate, integrate means collect. You want to collect. You want to collect the effect of that physical quantity. Or basically you want to find the area. Or you can also call it as anti-derivative process. Anti-derivative process. All the things are the same. All the things are the same. Antiderivative, finding areas, or collecting or summing up. Like example, imagine this. Okay, imagine force is dp by dt. Force is derivative of momentum. Force is derivative of momentum. So if I ask you what is momentum, then momentum is the integration of the force with respect to time. It's exactly anti-derivative. If force is the derivative of momentum, then momentum is the integration of force with respect to time. So if you take dt on the other side, you will get f dt. Integration of f dt gives you momentum itself. Okay? So can you explain the difference between integration and summation? Because in some books they are also using summation instead of integration. Okay, so now I'll give you an example, Ninja. Yes, very valid question. Hold on for that. Now imagine I give you numbers like 0.1 plus 0.5 plus 2.1 plus 0.75 like that. You can find the value by adding them. These are called finite values. These are called finite values. But look at this. dx, okay, dx, okay, maybe into x square, and the value of x changes. The value of x changes from, let's say, 1 to 4. X square dx. Dx is an infinitely small value. Infinitely small value. And I want to add them. I want to sum them up. X's value starts from 1. So 1 square into dx. What is the value of dx? Nobody knows. It's an infinitely small value. Then the value of x increases. By how much? Infinitely small value. 1.000001 square into dx. Then 1.00002 square into dx. Like that, you keep increasing the value of x and you add them up till the value of x reaches 4. Then, since the number of terms will be huge in number, because how many real numbers exist between 1 and 4? Answer this. How many real numbers exist between 1 and 4? Come on, my warriors. How many real numbers exist between the numbers 1 to 4? Because the value of x is changing from 1 to 4. How many real numbers are there? Infinite, right? So how many terms will be there in that summation? Infinite, right? So you'll be thinking, sir, there are infinite terms. So shouldn't the answer also be infinity? No, the answer is not infinity because each term is infinitely small. So very small things you are adding and the number of terms are infinite, but the answer comes out to be a number. The answer comes out to be a quantity. So this is then represented as x square dx from 1 to 4. 1 is the limit lower and 4 is the upper limit. Hello Sania, thank you bacha for all the hearts. So that's how it is represented. Now, what are these things called? I'll come to that in a bit. First of all, since it's antiderivative, you will always see some constant of integration. Meaning, I'll just give you one more example. Okay, look at this. The derivative of sine of x plus 4 is, sine's derivative is cos, 4's derivative is 0. If I replace this 4 with 5 or 6 or any other constant, it really doesn't matter because the derivative of a constant is always 0. Now, if the derivative of sine x is cos x, then the reverse process, integration of cos x is all those functions whose derivative is cos. If the derivative of sine is cos, remember the integration of cos is all those things whose derivative is cos. Now, please understand, sine x plus 4's derivative is also cos, sine x plus 6's derivative is also cos, sine x plus any constant's derivative is also cos. So when I integrate, I need to give it the benefit of the doubt and then say, yes, maybe there was a constant in the original function. That's why I'll put some unknown constant c, whose value I can find based on the other information. So when I ask you, what is the integration of a function, let's say of f of x, you should think whose derivative is f of x. That's all. So just to give you one more example, let's see if you can guess this. Integration of cos of x dx is, meaning whose derivative is cos? Whose derivative is cos? Sine's derivative is cos. Yes, so sine of x. But sine x plus 10 is also cos. Sine x plus 100 is also cos derivative. So you can put sine x plus c. So all the functions which have some constant will be okay. So hence the integration of cos is just sine of x. Is that clear? This is how it works. Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this? So that kind of integration where you just have a function, okay, oops, just one second, where you just have a function and you're integrating it, you get g of x and you get c. This is c is called as the constant of integration. This is called as the constant of integration, and this g of x is such that the derivative of g of x with respect to x is f of x. Is that making sense to you? This is such that the derivative will give you back this function. Got it, my warriors? Just like I showed you, derivative of cos x is sine x because sine x's derivative is cos x. That's all it means. This kind of integration is called something. What is this called? This kind of integration, whatever we have learned here, this is called something. This is called, because there is an unknown, I do not know the value, indefinite. If you know, definite. If you don't know, indefinite. Hence this is called as indefinite integration. What is this called? Indefinite integration. Very good, guys. Excellent. But when you do not need this constant, when you put limits, like for example in this one, look at this, integration, I'll just maybe take up some example over here. All right. Yeah, integration of maybe again cos of x dx from 0 to, let's say, I don't know, pi. Example. So what you should think is, when these two numbers are written, this is basically called as the lower limit, this is called as the upper limit. Lower, upper. Do not worry about it now. Just integrate it normally without the constant. Integration of cos. What is the integration of cos? Whose derivative is cos? Sine. Whose derivative is cos? Sine. So just put sine of x, but do not put the constant. What you should instead put is a square bracket. Put the lower limit, which is 0. Put the upper limit, which is pi. Now what you should do is put the value of pi here. So it will become sine pi. Then put the value of the lower limit next. Always upper first, top priority first, then lower priority below. So then put sine 0. Now subtract them. Sine pi is 0, sine 0 is also 0. So the answer will be 0. That's all. Thank you so much, Sanya. Hello, mad on NEET and doctor. Very good, Sashmita. Understood, guys? This never gives you a constant, because even if you put some constant, what happens? This will become plus c, this will become plus c. When you subtract them, they will get cancelled out. So the c gets cancelled. It gets cancelled even if you put it. So no use of putting it. Hence, you get a number, you get a value, you get some answer, and it's definite. Hence, this kind of integration is called definite integration. So, integration of f of x dx will be from a to b will be g of x, and then you put lower limit and upper limit. First substitute the upper limit, then substitute the lower limit, and then subtract them. This does not have any constant. So that's why this type of integration is called definite integration. And the best part is that whenever you do this kind of definite integration, you get the area under the graph. So when you use limits, basically this is your lower limit, this is your upper limit, this is your function. What you have actually found out over here, believe me, is this whole thing is nothing but the area under f of x from a to b. So this is also used to find the area under the graph. Yes, Nanda, definitely. Why not? Got it, my warriors? So this is how integration has to be used. Sir, which is easy, definite or indefinite? Both. Both. Yes, both work. I'll give you a simple example, guys. Let me bring my other board. Just hold on. Yep. So let's say for example, velocity is dx by dt. Everybody knows this. Velocity is dx by dt. Hence, x is integration of velocity with respect to time. Okay, fair enough. Now, let us say, this is very important example. Observe this carefully. I'm taking a simple example and explaining this to you. Let's say, example, velocity is just t square, and I'm also going to give you the formula of integration of t raised to n, or basically x raised to n. T raised to n's integration is t raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So you should know this formula. Just like derivative of x raised to n is nx raised to n minus 1, integration of x raised to n is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Standard formula. Yes, Manu, physics needs maths, and basic maths is very important. Thank you, Zozo. Now, what you should do over here, imagine if this is given and they ask you, what is x at t is equal to 2 if at t is equal to 0, x was also 0. Example, this is given to you. You have to find what is x at t is equal to 2 seconds. This is our question. Let's try and solve this, my warriors. Are you guys ready to solve this? Okay, let's start. First method, I'm going to do it by the indefinite way. I'm going to do it the indefinite way. Observe, use this. X is equal to integral velocity with respect to time. Integral velocity with respect to time. Now, what is velocity? Velocity is t square. So put over here t square dt, and don't put anything because this is indefinite. Integration of t square, n is 2. So 2 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 1, 3. Hence, it will just become t cube by 3 plus c. So this is what x is. C is an unknown. I do not know its value. So how do I find its value? Like I told you, something will be given to you. Here, what is given? Time 0, x is 0. So use this information. Since time 0, x is 0, using it over here, 0 is equal to 0 plus c. Therefore, c is equal to 0. Therefore, x will be equal to t cube by 3. That's all. That's all. No c will come. That c has coincidentally come out to be 0. Now, just use the value of t is equal to 2. Therefore, x at how much seconds? 2 seconds will be, put the value of time as 2. So 2 cube by 3, which is nothing but 8 by 3. So I have found out the value of x at 2 seconds. This is the indefinite way. Everybody got it? Understood, guys? Understood, guys? Everybody clear the indefinite way? Shall we do the same problem? Shall we do the same problem the definite way? Look at this. Observe now. Okay. So now I'm going to do it the definite way. When you do definite integration, this formula slightly changes. Slightly changes. It is never x. It is always delta x. If x is the integration of velocity, then delta x will be integration of velocity with respect to time from t1 to t2. This is the catch. Not many people remember or they just end up forgetting or just confused about this. Indefinite integration gives you the function. Definite integration always gives you the change in the function. Keep this in mind. Not many people know this. How many of you did not know this? Raise your hands. Honestly, tell me. Did you know this? Indefinite integration always gives you the function. Look at this. You got the function. This was your function. Observe. Indefinite gave you the function itself. The function itself. But indefinite always gives you the change in the function. Keep this in mind. Alright, so now let's solve this. So change in the value of x. Final x minus initial x. So when x is equal to, when time is 0, x is 0. When time is 2, how much is x? So I think I need to put the values of time. I need to put the values of time as 0 and 2. The velocity should be t square. Just put t square. And when, see, this is final, this is initial. Change in x. So the value of x when time is 2, I'll put it as x2. The value of x when time is 0, I'll put it as x0 and subtract them. That's all. Is that clear? Everybody understood? Okay. Now just substitute the values. x2, do I know it? No, I have to find it out. So just put x2 as it is. x0, I know it. When time is 0, x is 0. So just put it as 0. Integration of t square. Integration of t square is t cube by 3. Just use this. So it will be t cube by 3. And then put lower limit, upper limit. Now see what happens. Now see what happens. Substitute this. Put 2 over here. So 2 cube by 3 minus put 0 over here. So 0 cube by 3. So this will be just again 8 by 3. x2 minus 0 is just x2. So x2 is again 8 by 3. Don't you get the same answer? Now you only tell me. Can you do a problem by definite and indefinite way? Yes or no, guys? Can you do a problem by definite and indefinite way? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat box. I want that fire. I want that thrill. I want that joy. I want that wow. I want that. Yes, finally I got it. Do you guys understand this concept now? You will never make any mistakes after this. All right, let's move on to some more questions. I'm just going to save this. Okay, yes, all right, fine. Okay, let's solve some problems. But before that, the formulas of integration. You should know the formulas. Okay, I'm just going to probably give it to you over here itself so that you don't have to worry about it. Integration of x raised to n is nothing but x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Integration of sine of x, you have to think whose derivative is sine. It's actually minus cos x, because derivative of cos is minus sine, derivative of minus cos is minus of minus sine, which is plus sine, hence it is minus cos. Integration of cos of x is nothing but just sine of x plus c. Integration of e raised to x is just e raised to x plus c. And when you use this formula, be careful. Here n is not equal to 1. Okay, sorry, n is not equal to minus 1, because when n is equal to minus 1, I'll just put it nicely over here, n is not equal to minus 1, because if n is equal to minus 1, then x comes below, then it just becomes 1 by x dx, then the integration of this is ln x, because remember derivative of log of x was 1 by x, so be careful about it. Okay, so you should definitely use these formulas. These are some standard formulas which you should definitely know, and you should also know the sum and okay, I don't need this. Yeah, sum and subtraction rule, of course. And I'll just put it up. I have put up all these formulas right over here in case you want it, and more formulas for integration. Yes, so where we are, yeah, the rules. Let me just show you the rules once last time. So talking about the rules, whenever you have integration of f plus g dx plus or minus, you can separately integrate f with respect to x and g with respect to x. You can separately integrate it. Also remember, if there is some constant which is multiplied while integrating, then that constant just comes outside, and then you can just integrate that function as it is. Also remember this, integral of just dx is just x plus c. Okay, these are the things which you should definitely know. So addition, subtraction, just split the functions. Constant just comes outside. Integration of dx is just x. Multiplication is called as integration by parts. That's a more complicated way. You will learn that in 12th standard maths, but otherwise for NEET physics you would not need it. Don't worry. Let's solve the questions. Let's see how many of you can get the answer. Okay, so find the integration of 6x into x square plus 6 dx. Let's solve this. First question, integration of this. Split it up. So this will become, first multiplied, so it will become 6 times x cube plus 6 6 are 36 x, the whole thing, into dx. Now split them up, and constants always come outside the integral, so it will become 6x cube into dx plus 36 integral x dx. That's it. Now use the formula x raised to n. Integration is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So it will become x raised to 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 plus 36 into x raised to 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1. So this will become 6 by 4, which is nothing but 3 by 2, and this will become x raised to 4 plus 36 by 2 is 18, and this will become x square. Do I have an option like that? Yep, very good. Option A it is. Can you see that? Option A, this is exactly the same thing. Very good, Sushmita. Very good, Madhusudan. Excellent. And very good. If you are 11th moving to 12th or already just in 12th, this session is exactly for you. Both JEE, NEET boards. Moving on, next question. Integration of this entire expression. Let's try and solve this question now. First of all, I think I should split it up. So integral of x square into dx plus 2 is a constant, so bring it outside the integration. X cube is below. Whenever things are below, always bring it on the top. So it will become x raised to minus 3 into dx plus 7. Oh, sorry, it's not plus, it's minus. So where are we? Yes, minus 7 is a constant, so bring it outside, integral dx. Okay, now what will this be? X square's integration is x raised to 2 plus 1 is 3 upon 2 plus 1 is again 3 plus 2 times minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2, minus 3 plus 1 is again minus 2. This will be minus 7 into x, put c over here. A lot of students worry, should I put 3 constants because there are 3 integrations? Obviously not. You don't have to. Constant plus constant plus constant is nothing but your another constant. Yes, Nikhil, that's what many students do almost all the times, especially even in maths. But even the JEE people are very clever, especially in maths, guys. You know what they do? They keep the options only so complex that you won't feel like integrating. You won't feel like differentiating. So very complex options they put, or very rarely they will put easily differentiable options. Okay, so obviously what is it? X cubed by 3 2 and 2 cancels, minus remains. This will be 1 by x square minus 7x plus c. That's the answer. Option D, is it? Yeah, just check this out. Yes, it is. Very good, my warriors. Perfecto. Option D. So this is how you solve the questions. Wow, what do we have over here? Force the displacement graph is given, and they are asking you what is the work done. So you should know work is a physical quantity which depends on force and displacement. It is the area or integration of force with respect to the displacement. This is something which you should know from physics. Now the physics ends here, the maths part starts. Force versus displacement graph is given. So all you need to do is just figure out how much is this area. Now this is a trapezium. So the work done is basically the area of a trapezium. Now you should know the formula of an area of a trapezium. What is the formula? What is the formula? What is the formula? Come on, my warriors. It is half into the sum of parallel sides multiplied by the distance between the parallel sides. This is the formula. You should know it by heart. So half into the sum of parallel sides. These two sides are parallel, like you can see. This is a trapezium. This is 20, this is 40. Actually, I think this should have been labeled as 40, guys. I'm so sorry. Misprint. This is 20, this is 20. So this is actually 40. Okay, now I think we can do this. Where are we? Yeah. So 40 plus 20. So this will be nothing but 40 plus 20. These are the parallel sides. Can you see that? This is one side, this is another side. Distance between the parallel lines, 12 minus 2, which is nothing but just 10. This much. This is nothing but 10 units. Just do that. 2 by 10 is 5. 40 plus 20 is 60. So 60 into 5. 6 5s are 30. So 300. Is it there somewhere? Yep. Is it there? Option A, guys. Yep. Yes, it's the area of the rectangle plus the triangle, but you will be wasting more time in doing that. If you know the formula, why not use it? Why add area of triangle plus area of trapezium? How many of you used to do that? Area of a trapezium. Triangle separate. And this is what is taught in school and many coachings. Like triangle, you find it separately. Rectangle, you find it separately. Add them. And especially you would have seen those displacement time graphs like this. Especially these questions. Oh, triangle separate, rectangle separate, another triangle separate. My God, really you guys have so much of time, kya? In the exam, please tell me. Just use the direct formula. Sum of parallel sides half into height of the trapezium or distance between the parallel sides. That's it. It's very easy. Don't waste your time. Moving on to the next question. Okay. Happens, Nikhil. So now you are learning a lot of things which are supposed to be known. Okay. So let's see the next question. This is a graph given by Sine X. What is the area enclosed by the curve between 0 and pi? Sine X graph is like this. So what they are asking you is what is the area under this graph from here to here. We know that the area between 2 points, that area is nothing but the integration of the function from the initial to the final points between which you want to find the area. Here it is 0 to pi, you're integrating it with respect to x. 0 to pi, integration sine x. So what is the integration of sine? What is the integration of sine? Is it cos? No, it's minus cos. So first of all, this is definite integration, just integrate it. Do I need to put a constant? No, because there is lower and upper limit. So don't bother, just put a box, put the lower limit and put the upper limit. Now substitute. So put pi first. So it will be pi over here. Okay, this is one term. Then put 0. So minus cos 0. And then put minus. put this value, and then subtract the 2. So cos of pi, cos of 180 is minus 1, minus cos of 0 is just 1. So minus 1, minus of minus is plus, minus minus plus, so this will just become 2. So this is something which you should know. Option A, no, it is option B, guys. Yeah, something which you should know. Very good. Excellent, very good. Happens, Ranjit. Yes, so this is the correct answer. So now you know how to find the area. Now this question could have been, you know, something like, this is the graph of momentum versus time. What is, oh sorry, not momentum, force versus time. This is the graph of force versus time. What is the impulse? What is impulse? Force into time, or integration of force with the respect to time. So all you need to do is find the area. So instead of all this mathematical jargon out here, they could have just told you this is force versus time graph, what is the impulse? So you have to just find the area, you will get it as 2 units. That's it, that's the impulse. They can make it force versus displacement. They can tell you what is the area under this, matlab what is the work done. Force displacement graph gives you area, the area gives you work. So all kinds of things can happen. You just need to relate this maths with physics. Oh, what kind of questions can come like that? That's all. If I tell you, you have not even studied electromagnetic induction by now. Have you studied electromagnetic induction, guys? It's one of the mid topics which comes in 12th. EMF magnitude is d phi by dt. This is your EMF. This is flux. What is flux? Don't care. Doesn't matter. Just worry about how to solve. If EMF is derivative of flux with respect to time, that means the flux is integration of EMF with respect to time. Flux is the integration of EMF with respect to time, correct? If EMF is derivative of flux, flux is integration of EMF. As simple as that. So they might as well make a problem like this. This is EMF, this is time. How much flux is created from 0 to pi seconds? It's the same question, rephrased it. That's all. Students are like, sir, we solved force versus displacement graphs in 11th standard. Now the question is on EMF and time. I don't know how to integrate, sir. It's the same thing, guys. You just need to know the formula. Are you able to understand? Did you care what is flux? Did you care what is EMF? If you know the formula, that's it, you know it, right? Understood, yes or no? Are you getting confidence, yes or no? Truly speak it from the heart. Got it? It doesn't matter. This is EMF, time. This is momentum with force with time gives you impulse. You just need to know the formulas. That's all. And you're going to learn all of this. Clear? Let's move ahead. What do we have? A boat. Oh, okay, that reminds me, there was one more question which was left, and let me go back to that question and probably then come to this question. If you remember, this was one question which was remaining. I told you we'll do it after integration. Yes, Dinesh, there is a crash course for JEE 2022. Link is there in the description. If you're not able to find it, please leave a comment after the video ends. I'll definitely help you out with it. Okay, bacha? Okay, now let's look at this equation. I think we had left the problem. The acceleration is given by this, time 0, v0, x0. Velocity at t0, t is equal to 2 seconds will be how much? Let's integrate it. We had done this chain rule. We had done this variable separation form. All the donkeys on one side, all the monkeys on one side. And once you get variable separation form, always integrate. Keep this in your mind. Now, I know the option might be B because you have already seen the answer. So just put the limits. What are the limits? When x is 0, velocity is 0. When x is x, velocity is v. When x is x, velocity is v. Okay. So this will become v's integration is v square by 2. Correct? V raised to 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. Limits 0, v is equal to 3. X square's integration is x cube by 3. 3 anyways will cancel. I know that. And I'll put 0 and x over here. So this will become, first put v as v. So it will become v square by 2 minus. Then put v as 0. So 0 square by 2 is equal to 3 by 3 is just 1. Don't worry. So first put x as x. So x cube then put x as 0, so 0 cube. So this will become v square by 2 is equal to x cube. Acha, move it over there. So this will become nothing but v square will be 2x cube, taking roots on both sides. So v will be root 2 times x raised to 3 by 2. Fair enough? This is what we got. But still I'm not satisfied, because what I have to find, when time is this much, how much is the velocity? Okay, so I think I need to again differentiate this. Okay, so I think I will just do this part now. Velocity is dx by dt. Velocity is dx by dt. This will be root 2 times x raised to 3 by 2. Correct? Rearrange. Get it in the beautiful variable separation form. X, time, x, not good. Get all the variables on one side, all the other kinds on the other side. So put x over there. So it will become x raised to minus 3 by 2 into dx is equal to root 2 as it is. Dt comes over here. Now this is your variable separation form. So once you have variable separation form, you are just going to integrate on both sides. So let's integrate on both sides and see what happens. Integrate. Limits. When the time is 0, x is also 0. When the time is 2, how much is x? When time is 0, x is 0. When time is 2, how much is x? Always they should resemble. Cool? Follow me carefully, don't give up. X raised to minus 3 by 2 integration will be, think about it, x raised to minus 3 by 2 plus 1. Minus 3 by 2 plus 1 is minus half. So it will be x raised to minus half by minus half. Do not forget to put the limits 0 and x, and here it will be root 2 times dt's integration is t from 0 to 2. Now put x as 0 and see what do you get. You will get this as x raised to minus half by minus half minus 0 is equal to root 2 times 2 minus 0. Rearranging this further, so this will become 2 goes on the top, minus 2 it will become x raised to minus half means x is root but denominator, and this will become 2 root 2. 2 cancels, so I will have minus 1 by root x is equal to root 2. Yes, squaring both sides, I'll get 1 by x is equal to 2. So x is basically half. Oh, so when time is 2, x is half a meter. If x is half a meter, now I know what to do next. If x is half a meter, observe this, use this equation now. Use this equation. If x is half a meter, use this equation and see what do you get. V square by 2 is equal to x cube, meaning 1 by 2 whole cube. So v square will be, one of the two will get cancelled, so it will be 1 by 2 square. So basically v will be 1 by 2 meters per second. That is your answer. Option B. Yes, it is option B. This is a good question. This is an advanced level question, obviously. So, lot of procedural steps are there, lot of things are there. This can be a good level question for higher marks, integer type also, or it could come for, advanced, or it can come for a more difficult part. Is that clear? So, it's all about chain rules, integration, putting limits, remembering who is integration of what, that's all. Okay, so let's solve the last question. I hope you guys have the energy for the last one coming up on the screen. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. A boat of mass m moves along a lake with some velocity. Now, suddenly the engine of the boat is shut down, because of which there is some resistive force offered to the boat. It is equal to RV. R is some constant, V is the velocity. Okay, what is the distance before it stops? Let's try to solve the question. First of all, let's draw it. So you have this boat of mass m which was traveling with certain velocity, but now it experiences some force because of which it will decelerate and eventually it will stop. Before it stops, it had certain velocity v0 when time was 0. So the question is, how much distance did it cover? This is what is asked. Let's solve this now. Hint is also given, but this hint will not be given in the actual exam. I am just giving it to you because I want to push you forward. Don't worry about the hint. Think what and all is given, what is asked. Distance, x is asked. Force is given. Initial and final velocity, I know. Initial velocity is v0, final velocity is 0. Velocity, time, not given. Distance, not given. Kinematic equation is not valid because acceleration, who said it is constant? So that's why you cannot use, what is that? Your kinematic equations. Kinematic equations are only applicable when acceleration is constant, and there is no way acceleration is constant over here because force is dependent on velocity. So let's start by using Newton's laws of motion, the second Newton's laws of motion. So according to that, the force is nothing but the mass into acceleration, but here the force is opposite. So minus, what is the value of the force? It is r times of the velocity is mass into acceleration. Remember, I always told you, solving a physics problem is analyzing part by part, thinking about laws and making equations. Now, what you need to do is realize velocity and acceleration, I don't like it. I want to find distance, so maybe I will write the acceleration as just dv by dt, so that I can probably eliminate somehow the acceleration term out there. But even then I do not get distance because I am getting time over here and I want to find the distance which it takes to stop. So how do I get distance? That is the hint you should take from the one of the previous problem. That is the chain rule. dv by dt, I can write it as dv by dx into dx by dt. Anyways, dx cancels, but splitting this gives me one advantage. How? Look at this. This will become minus rv is equal to m dv by dx, and dx by dt, rate of change of position, is nothing but velocity. So that's the advantage of splitting it like this or using chain rule. I got velocity and I eliminated time out of the equation. Now you can clearly see this velocity and this velocity cancels, and what happens next? Bring dx there, bring r here. Remember, variable separation form. All variables of one type on one side, all other variables on the other side. So bring dx over here. So minus dx will be equal to m by r times dv. M is a constant, r is also constant. This is your variable separated form. What to do next? Integrate. What just happened? Okay, integrate. So let's integrate this. So minus integral dx is equal to m by r is a constant, integral dv. Will I prefer definite or indefinite? I feel definite is better most of the times. So I'm just going to use definite integration. Make use of the given information. Whatever was given, I have shown it so that I can visualize it. According to this, my velocity was 0 when I had not traveled only anything. So when displacement was 0. And, oh sorry, my bad, I'm so sorry guys. Velocity was not 0, velocity was v0. Yeah, velocity was v0. So when my displacement was 0, I have not moved only, that time my velocity was v0. Correct? And finally when I stopped, that means the velocity became 0, that time my displacement was s or x, whatever you want to call it. Yes, Ashil Patel, I'll be doing it after the 12th board exams, that's after 22nd May, okay? So now just do the math, So integration of dx is just x, put the limits 0 and s is equal to m by r, integration of dv is just v, from v0 to 0. Fair enough. Now just substitute this. Put s over here first and then put 0. This is m by r. Put 0 over here first and then put v0. So this will become minus s is equal to m by r times minus v0. So minus minus cancels. So what am I left with? Check it out. S is mv naught by r. Isn't this exactly what you wanted? The total distance till it stops. This is the answer, mv naught by r, which is option A, of course. Check this out. Yes, option A. Very good. So this is a brilliant question, and I'm pretty sure after this question and sessions and all these amazing problems and revision, all these efforts that I have put in, you will obviously get some confidence. You'll obviously now kickstart your journey of 12th standard. Do not worry about the calculus part. Watch this session again wherever you felt it was difficult or it went over the head. Also, my playlist is available, like I have shown you right over here. Right over here. You can watch all the lectures of 11th standard, right from units to kinematics to waves. Everything is right over here. And right now, while you're watching this video, remember one thing. Where is it? Yeah. So you might be watching the video right now. Okay, basic maths session. So while you're watching it, you will notice that below there are links for joining all the courses, whichever you want. Like you can see the Pro course for JEE, Pro course for NEET. That's a 1 year 2024 or 2023 target. So if you are a NEET student, you are going to click this, and you will see that the course price is just 8,100 with the best awesome master teachers, Shivan sir, Hemin sir, Ashima ma'am. You might know all these teachers. Batches are going to start 23rd May. Don't wait for it. Even if you join now, you still have access to the material. All the free libraries, content, assignments, everything is available to you. Don't wait for this date, but join now. You can see all the 3 versions are there: Lite, Classic and Plus. Plus gives you the material in the form of hard copy. And even in the Classic version, you get the hard copy of the material, and you also get post-class doubt solving after the class in the Classic version. And you will see that in the Plus version, you also have live discussion of our study material. That's the Tattva material. Whatever PDFs you get, the study materials live discussion, and all the live classes are conducted by the master teachers in the final version, this Plus version. But these classes are interactive AI classes, meaning although the class might be recorded, but remember, the class teachers, the polls, the hotspots, the quizzes are live. It's an actual class with live students, and you will not even notice any difference. Even I am teaching over there. Same thing is even there for the JEE course. For 1 year is the same price, no difference at all. You will also find me in the crash course, in the entire long-term batch. Shimon sir and also Harsh sir is there in the English batch. And again, the same prices, same benefits, same features. You have 3 versions: Lite, Classic and Plus. In the Lite, you will get the PDF. But if you want to go for the Classic and Plus, then please go ahead, because you are going to get the hard copy, and in the Plus you also get the live classes. And all the other details that you would need is there over here. You also get Vedantu improvement promise, meaning an assurance, a guarantee that you will improve. And if you don't, then your fees will be returned back. No other institute will ever claim this. Anything more that you want to ask, please ask me in the comments or leave a message on the WhatsApp number which was scrolling some time back. Alright, so looking forward to all of you joining the batches which are starting right away. Make sure that you use the coupon code, because when you use the coupon code, you get additional discount, and that course comes for 7,999 rupees. Okay, so make sure you do that. The name of the playlist, Ashil, is right over here, bacha. I just showed it to you. Okay, it's just go over here. You can, 1 second. Yep, just go over here, playlist, and just go down. Motivational videos, go on the top. 11th, class 11 JEE NEET. See this one, physics, nurture. There is nurture maths, there is nurture chemistry also. Click on this, that's all. This will open the playlist. Similar playlist is also there for 12th standard. So for 12th standard, this is the playlist. Okay, I hope that is clear. And thank you guys for loving and sharing and subscribing. All your comments, all your likes means a lot. It's ending, bacha. Okay, solving Tattva plus class material Kevin and the assignments and the PYQs and the mock test. This is what is important. Okay, so guys, is there any crash course for JEE 2022? Dinesh? Yes, bacha, it's right over here. So let me just go back. Okay, where was I? Yeah, just go down over here. Yeah. Do you see this JEE crash course? Click on this link. It's there in the description box. Just click on this link. You will see 90 interactive classes, full syllabus, part syllabus tests, practice quizzes, live doubt solving during the class. The course has started, but you get the recorded access as well. Even the recordings are available till the last day of the final exam. 90 classes, 2,700. Original price was 15,000 bucks. You can click on buy course. You have already saved some money because you have used my coupon code. Click on this. That's it. 2,700. Multiple options for payment available for you. Okay. So guys, I hope I have cleared all your doubts. Anything more, please ping me on my Instagram handle. That's Shreyas that's Captain _ Shreyas. And thank you very much. Have a great day. Have your great dinner. I'm also hungry now. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. 10th standard preparation and a lot of things to be done, guys. Gravitation. I'll be doing gravitation revision tomorrow. Have you seen that gravitation and electrostatics are similar? So let's revise gravitation. Okay. Thank you, guys. Yes, Salva. But you need, yes, test is enough. But I hope you have, Salva Kumar, you have somebody to solve your doubts. Hi, Faza Almarkon. Okay, somebody to solve your doubts. That's very important. Okay. So that should be good enough. Bye bye. Take care. Signing off. Hasta la vista.